A 24-year-old by the name of Jonathan Denver was murdered by Giants fans in San Francisco. He was a Dodgers fan. An altercation ensued, and as a result of that, he was stabbed to death. 21-year-old Michael Montgomery is in custody right now. Authorities are looking for 2 other suspects in this case. But again, I mean, it reminds me of a case in Los Angeles back in 2011 where Dodgers fans severely beat up this Giants fan, and he suffered permanent brain damage as a result of that. So I don't really know what it is, especially about baseball. I mean, do people get that passionate about baseball where they feel the need to literally murder someone who is supporting the opposing team?
No, I mean, it just coincidentally happened at the Dodgers game, and there's and there's some parks around the country where there is a very small, ugly element. It happens sometimes at Dodger games. Apparently, it happens at Giant games, although we have no idea. I don't know. Did that guy even go to the game?
He was at the game with his father.
The guy who got killed was at the game.
Yeah, I meant
but it appears, and we don't know for sure, that's why Ben couched it that way, that the guy who did the killing was not at the game. That based on the reporting so far, they caught one of the guys. The 2 other guys got away so far, right? They just ran and they haven't gotten them yet. And it appears that they were not originally at the game. The altercation happened after the Dodger fan left the game, and they were shouting at one another because they're wearing Dodger paraphernalia and Giants paraphernalia. And then they do a little pushing around first, and then they separate, and then they happen to see each other again. They get into the fight, and then he gets stabbed. And look, it's of course nothing to do with baseball. I mean, it's amazing that anyone has a heartbeat watching baseball.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I mean, baseball seems like a very calm sport, especially compared to like basketball. I mean, I've been to a basketball game where, I was in support of whatever was playing against the Lakers, because at the time I was dating someone that didn't like the Lakers. So I was like, whatever, I'll go with him.
Yeah.
And Lakers fans go crazy, and you think that it's going to get violent. So I can understand some sort of altercation there. I can't imagine that at a baseball game.
Yeah, I know. You've long been a fan of the whatevers. It's well documented. But look, here in America we think like soccer. Come on, right? Soccer? You kidding me, right? But in fact, of course, as the world calls it, football, the football hooligans.
Yeah, they kill thousands of people every year.
Yeah, they're the most violent, vicious fans in the history of mankind, right? And yeah, of course people get worked up, but the bottom line is it isn't about the sport or it isn't about the team. It's that adults should not get into fights, because you could get killed. Or you can kill somebody. Because once you start a fight and you're an adult, you don't know where it ends.
Yeah.
We're not kids anymore.
I was at a Cubs game one time, and a fight broke out a couple rows behind me, and I would have jumped in, but I could not wake up. I could not get out. Oh, I was having such a good sleep.
You guys can make fun of what is undoubtedly, it's not even close anymore.
The worst fucking sport in the world?
It is the best game ever freaking invented.
And what I like about it is that you could be 400 pounds out of shape and a smoker and be at the top of your profession. That's what I like. That is a sport. That is a sport.
I'm like having trouble watching football.
You're nuts.
Wow. The NFL is starting to bore the living shit out of me, because here's what happens in the NFL. All you do is assemble and reassemble every 30 seconds, have a little conversation. What do you want to do? And then, I don't know.
I'm loving this right now.
I guess you're there. I don't know. Whatever. It seems like,
all right.
All right, great. We'll do that. Right? And then they run one play. Right? And then a guy gets a concussion. Right? And they come on, and then you get to see, it's thrilling to watch medical professionals run out onto a grass field, right? Which is basically the game. And then they'll run another play. You're like, oh my God, they scored a touchdown. And then 4 guys who work at Foot Locker sit around and decide whether he actually scored a touchdown for the next 2.5 minutes.
Like most things in life, Ben, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So the way he just said it, you could say it another way. So they get around, they talk for a little bit, and then they assemble, and then they run full speed at each other until someone gets a fucking concussion, and then they reassemble again. And then they run full speed at each other and smash each other, fucking get the concussion, and then they reassemble. And then they that's how I would say it.
Right.
Well, you can say it that way.
Right. Whereas in baseball, okay, timeout. I got to rearrange the gloves. I got to do this.
I was running to first base, and I got a hamstring. I have a hammy. You can't believe it. There's going to be a bruise. There's going to be a bruise.